Well, we're standing by the River Mease, which is a special area of conservation, partly for otters. I don't think otters are endangered anymore, but they're still not back at the numbers we would expect in England. When otter populations were at their lowest, we didn't have the strict controls on water quality and pollution that we do now. The last 40 years we've seen all that tighten up. We've worked closely with agriculture and industry to improve water quality, and that's brought fish back to all sorts of rivers which had no fish in them. Well, we're looking for signs of otters, and they come in two sorts mainly. One is footprints, which you don't see that commonly because you've got to have good mud to leave footprints in, and the other one is droppings, which are known as spraints. The way you can tell that an otter has left the spraint, first of all you look for the fish bones in it, and that tells you that it's probably either otter or mink, and secondly I'm afraid it's the smell. So otter has a nice sweet smell, whereas mink tends to have a rather ammonia smell. The Environment Agency's put a lot of effort into habitat improvement in the last few years. Most of that has been in-stream habitat, so it's not directly aimed at otters, it's aimed at the fish that otters live on. And it also helps a wide range of other animals, from birds through to invertebrates, the plants that grow by the riverside. All those are dependent upon us improving the quality of the habitat in rivers, and otters will follow that. Well, this is an otter ledge put in under the bridge here on the River Sense. The aim of this is to allow otters to get from one side of the road to the other in high water conditions without having to run over the road and get themselves killed. What we're trying to do is allow the river to do its own thing within the constraints of human needs, so that wildlife can come in on the habitats we've got. You can put those habitats in, sort of like fix them, but then they bear the same relation to a proper habitat that a lamppost does to a tree. They're both upright structures, but one's just there and the other one's sort of dynamically there. Well, the river improvements the Environment Agency have done here are not immediately obvious when you first look at it, but what we have done is pull back the riverbank on a very gentle slope so that it's created all the habitats, all the micro-habitats that different species need. And also it's widened the river out so that it deposits gravel on the inside of the bend here and creates its own shallows and recreates the sort of habitats that would have been here in the past. This is going to be the nursery area for fish, which didn't exist before we did this job, and those fish will grow up to be good otter food as well as good fishing for fishermen.